got such weird sides you're going up against. Take more than the big smarts like Landon Lucas. Is that one reason he played well, or just?
Well, Landon and Hunter both played well. I thought the second half, nobody was very good the first half. Devontae made 3 shots, and we wouldn't have been ahead. And then second half, we were a lot better. But I thought Landon and Hunter both did a really nice job. It was kind of like experience, kind of won out in that deal. But you guys watched the game. He's huge. The 7'2" guy didn't even look tall, after he was out there. But we didn't come close to attacking him the first half. And I think just because he was in the game, and we never got the ball in the middle, never faced up and thought about attacking or anything like that. We were so passive. But second half, we did a better job.
Did Perry set the tone for that first move in the second half?
Yeah, probably so. But the first half, what does he have? 1 point or something like that? Not even a player, not even a factor. And he's really good inside the zone in the middle, and we didn't get it to him. And then when we did, he was so passive. And the second half, he came out and they went man the first possession. He got a 3-point play, and then after that, he was lights out. We were pretty good to start the second half.
Were you overpassing a little in the first?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought we were. We had numerous. The way our spacing was and stuff. And I got to watch the tape, but we allowed one person to guard 2 people a lot. Instead of taking a hard dribble to make a guy commit, we're semi-open, so we make the extra pass, and the one guy can bluff at me and then get back to the other guy. We didn't do a good job at that at all. It looked like that they were everywhere on their closeouts in the first half. The second half, I thought we got a lot more open.
Could this help you down the road? You're never going to face teams that big, but you'll face teams bigger than you, maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope it'll help us. We weren't very effective, but the team we're playing Saturday, historically, they're not playing as much this year, but historically plays a lot of zone. And after they watch that and we don't hit, I would think that they'd be thinking that they can probably attack us with their zone. So I think this was a good game for us, a really good game for us. I'll be surprised if they don't win their league.
Bill, I know we asked you this a lot, but have these last 2 or 3 weeks done anything for your front court rotation to clear it up at all?
Well, we've given everybody somewhat of a chance, but there's no doubt our experience has been better than our young guys. The team looks better. The team plays better when we've had experience in there. So I don't know how it's going to play out, but I would have, I would say the way it went today and maybe the way it went San Diego State. It was Mari at San Diego State. It was Landon tonight. It seems like to me that our experienced guys have been our key players that have allowed us to have, extended runs in those periods of time. And, basketball is a weird game in that, and a lot of times we've had big leads or whatever and end up losing momentum is because of me. It's not because we're playing poorly. It's because we subbed and trying to get everybody in the game. And that, from this point forward, there's none of that. There's none of that. Make sure everybody gets in type deal. It's we got to play the guys that give us the best chance to win. And to start the second half, this is what we got to figure out. And playing we probably went on a 20-2 run. I'm guessing. I don't know what it was. Something like that probably. And we probably went on that, but that was our most experienced players out there doing it. And then sometimes when we sub, it's a 6-4 run them or something. We've lost all momentum. So the only thing I can say is hopefully, young guys will end up developing and everything. But I think our experienced guys are playing better right now. I think they make everybody else look better and they're easier to play with.
Coach, in the last 4 games, Frank has 24 assists and 4 turnovers. As conference or non-con play winds down, how would you assess the job he's done, kind of seeing the floor and getting everyone involved?
I think he's done an unbelievable job of taking care of the ball. Unbelievable job. I think Devontae's done a great job taking care of the ball. I both think their assist numbers are way too low. I think that we back out of plays where we can really attack a gap and get somebody open. And I told Devontae to start the second half, I said, hey, you haven't impacted the game, your teammates at all. You have no assist. But he was much better the second half. He didn't score, but he was better. And I think that those two, I would be okay with their turnovers going up, because we need them in there trying to make more plays for others, because, you know, those two getting 9 assists combined, that's fine. That should be 13 or 14 every game, in my opinion, even if they have 4 turnovers as opposed to 2. I just feel like that we're better than what we've shown with those numbers. Sometimes when everybody talks about assist to turnover ratio, you play safe so you don't turn it over. You know, those guys need to be more aggressive. I thought Wayne passed the ball good tonight.
What'd you think of the rebounding?
You know, they're not a great rebounding team statistically, but I thought we did a pretty good job on the glass. Perry was great first half on the offensive glass, and Wayne, you know, he hasn't rebounded the ball great offensively, but I thought he was really good rebounding the ball. And we had a chance to crack it a few times, wide open threes or missed follow dunk, you know, some things like that could have really helped us out a little bit. But I think that was a good team to play. I think they got a nice team.
Bill, do you feel good about this team heading into Big 12 play?
Yeah, I do. I like our guys a lot. I think it's if I'm a player, the one thing that would be frustrating for me with this team is exactly knowing my role if I'm a big guy, other than Perry. I think that's hard. So, you know, hopefully, you know, Hunter's going to start the next game, and we know Landon's going to be an important player the next game because he's the only guy big and strong that, you know, that can hopefully create at least some restriction or whatnot against Rico. So we know he's going to be important in that game. And the other thing is, this is what's kind of screwy. It's easier to tell if a guy knows how to play against the zone than it is a man. And so when teams play zone, it's a lot easier for your veterans to have better games in those cases because it's when you play zones, it's feel, it's getting in the gaps, it's not design plays. Where a man, a lot of time it's designed. So I think that our, you know, Mari and Hunter and Landon will be real important against Baylor.
Anything else?
Just your general thoughts about heading into Big 12 play.
It's you know, it's a monster, you know, and you know, I hadn't thought about it enough you know, any more than what I have in the past, you know, and the best way to have the best chance to win it is to hold serve at home and, you know, go knock some people off on the road. But in this particular instance, I think that there'll be a lot of home losses by a lot of teams, and just because the competition is so good, when you bring top 20 teams into play, regardless if you're playing home or away, you bring a top 20 team into your house, you know, they can beat you. And you know, we got 19 games left till the postseason, and all 19 are high major real games. I mean, they're real games, and so it's going to be a, you know, non-conference isn't over yet, but you might as well say it is because Kentucky will have the same energy as a conference game or more. So it's going to be a grind the next 2.5 months.
As the competition does ramp up, how much more difficult do you anticipate it being for those young guys like Shaq and Carl?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, the light's going to come on eventually. It just hasn't come on yet. You know, but you know, the thing about it is, I want those guys to play. You know, and if you look at our best prospects, they may be our 2 best prospects in the gym at age 24 than anybody else. If you were going to advance it and say, okay, everybody's at age 24, who's going to be your best prospect? Those 2 may be it. But that doesn't mean that they're more ready to help you win games today than those other guys. And so, you know, I want those guys to come around, because if they do come around and play closer to their ceiling and learn how to play with the other guys, and then I think that our team will be really, really good. But I don't want to say that I'm going to sacrifice losses or put our team in more jeopardy just because of that. You know, you got to win games. These kids come to school here and they work their butt off for multiple years, and you know, we've got a lot riding on it just like everybody else. And so the objective is to put your team in the best position to win. It's going to be interesting how it plays out. But Carlton and Shaq, don't give up on those guys, because I really think some point in time during conference play, and hopefully sooner rather than later, they're going to give us something that we even haven't seen by anybody else yet. but it's just not quite happening yet.
What did you think of Michigan State losing?
I really didn't think about it. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, all to me that matters to me is we gotta play well over a 48-hour period this weekend. So that's all that really matters.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.